What's up, you guys? What is going on? Welcome to another night. I wasn't going to go live, to be honest with you. I wasn't going to go live, but I was kind of peer pressured into doing it. I'm just joking. I wasn't peer pressured, but I wasn't going to go live. What's up, Miss Axel? What is going on? Margaret, hello. Good to see you guys. You're live all day. What's your point, Mr. Bill? I still wasn't going to go live tonight. There's not really anything going on, but it's like I might as well keep it consistent. Kind of probably pressured into doing it. No, I'm just joking. I wasn't pressured into doing it. An apologetic America, what's happening? You guys, please like the video, hit the thumbs up, please. If you don't mind, do a panel about what? What do you want me to do a panel about? Because when we do panels, Mr. Bill, you have to insert and talk. So, what would you like to do a panel about? Let me know. Let me know, sir. Okay. You never pick a topic. I always pick topics. I always pick topics. I pick topics when I have panels. Just not in here when I have the panels. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, sorry, reading something on X. Getting ready to talk about it. Axel. What up? What up, BC? What's up, Tabby? Pinko pink prick in the building. I I don't want to get on to venting, but there's a lot of nonsense going on with Patriots in the Northwest. A lot of people hype up and they want 2020 for some reason, or they think 2020 is going to come back and it's not going to come back. Why do you? Mm, hold on, Texan. Um. So no, I don't want to vent. There's just a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense in, if you want to say, so-called patriot movement and stuff like that. People, let me put it this way: I have a lot of respect. It's kind of like, honestly, it's like a. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I'm a person from the street. I'm not going to say that. But I've been involved in the streets. I've been involved in nightlife, and when people have paved the way and you come into a new element, a new industry, there should be a respect level there of learning, growing, maturing, coming into knowledge, wisdom with a movement, or with a um how should I say it? With a movement, with a um industry. If you come into something, you shouldn't dismiss, discredit, or even say anything remotely close about people, like I said, who have paved the way, who put in work, who have had things happen to them, you shouldn't even say anything ill toward them people or about them people. And there's a lot of that type of stuff going on within, I'm just going to be real, within the patriot movement with New Jacks, thinking they know stuff about certain things, certain elements, certain environments. And this is why things don't get done. This is why the focus has never shifted to what it should be. I'm going to give you an example. For many years, being in Portland, especially back in the days, especially back in the days, many people in a patriot movement was always asking patriots, conservatives, XYZ to show up in Portland, to show up in numbers, show up in numbers when things were actually a problem, when there was issues going on, when people had to defend themselves, not be on offense, but defend themselves. People was always calling for backup because nobody wants to go to Portland. Nobody, you have, supposedly you have a red state, which I don't believe it's red, but you have a red state, and people always talk about the rural counties of Oregon, but nobody would ever show up to Portland. But they complain about Portland and the policies and the government of Portland and the laws and the rules, but no one ever shows up to fight the real battle. And the real battle isn't Antifa, right? The real battle isn't Black Bloc. The real battle is not BAM. The real battle is not Black Clad. That's not the real battle of Portland. Portland is a Democratic ran city. So they get, if you want to say they get favor, but that's not the real problem of Portland. The real problem of Portland is the rules in the government. So why wouldn't patriots, conservatives, XYZ show up to city council meetings where they get open mic and a chance to speak and talk? That's how you get involved. That's how you make the changes, just like that's what the left did. But that to the side, even though that's part of it, there's been people who have done this type of stuff, school boards, the city council stuff, rallies, and people, we had to play defense. And then there's this period, this time where nothing really happens. If you want to say from like 2001, maybe 2022, until last year when things started to get picked up with Trump and ICE. And then really, especially more around October time, September, October. Even though the bad stuff really happened in June and July and August, all of a sudden, a new flower blooms and new people are drawn to Portland from across the world. And this narrative is painted how bad it is, which the bad stuff already happened. And the bad stuff was happening and has happened. And then people from across the world are like drawn to Portland for whatever reason. Actually, they're just drawn to the facility of the ICE building for whatever reason. One block in Portland, Oregon. One small block in Portland, Oregon. People are drawn to. Some bigger news anchors come in. They come in for the story. They're gone. Don't come back. While it was hot, while things were going on, come in, make a story bigger, whatever you want to say, then gone. And in this whole process, there's narratives, there's people talking, and then when you go to expose truth or say truth, people get mad. Then they want to deem somebody that they're not patriots or they're cowards. They don't know what they're talking about. And then you start having new jacks start insulting people who have been involved, that know the government, that know the rules, that know the city, their own city, and how things work. And they're dismissed. They're canceled. They're told they don't know nothing. They're told they're washed up. They're not respected by new jacks that are not familiar with nothing. And I get messages, and it's just it's frustrating, but it has to be addressed, right? It has to be addressed. Um, and so, but there's nothing to see at ICE. There's absolutely nothing to see at ICE. Um, that's just being honest. There's nothing absolutely to see at ICE. It's one building. It's funny because when I was just down in Mayday, now you want to see something, and this is what I'm trying to say about the history of Portland and things. When I was just down there for Mayday, I took a picture at the Elk. While I was at the Elk for 10 minutes, I kid you not, there was probably about two, I'd say there's about 8 people that walked it by and took a picture of the Elk. Now, prior to 2020, nobody was taking a picture of the Elk. The Elk has been there for years. Years. Nobody was taking a picture of the Elk. But because of the history of what happened, people are now taking a picture of the Elk. That's the stuff to see. There's nothing at ICE and the federal government thing has been going on. Never mind. I don't want to see it. Portland there has been going on for. We was dealing with the federal building and ICE facility back in 2020, 2019. It's not new. It's not new, but somehow it's new. Somehow, don't know why. Don't know why, but somehow it's new. And again, the people that have dealt with it, they're not respected whatsoever. They're not respected. And Pinko Pink prick. There's nothing. It's just there's a lot to see in Portland. I'm just saying that there's a lot of history to a lot of this patriot movement, current patriot movement stuff that people don't realize. And people who are new, they don't respect the people who have paved the way, the people who have shown it, the people that endured it, the worst of it. They're thinking that this season is bad or that it's going to get bad. And if you've been involved in this stuff, you know what makes things bad and you know what doesn't. I said prior to Mayday, and people was saying it all up and down. Oh, it's going to be buck wild on Mayday. It's going to be crazy on Mayday. Everybody was saying it. Can anybody show me from all the cities on the West Coast? And I'm being honest, because I haven't. I want to know. Can anybody show me one city on the West Coast, right? Because this is where it all originates from, right? San Francisco, Berkeley, Seattle, Portland, those two especially in LA. I want to see a riot, one riot, or even a unlawful assembly, because I didn't see one. But people have been hyping these type of things up that it's going to happen, right? Why are we hyping this up? Why do we want to create 2020? Why do we want to beef so hard with the left? Why do we want them to beef with us? Why do we want to create 2020, 2019, 2018, 2016? Why do we want to create that when so many people were hurt, killed, lost their jobs, lost friends, put in prison, who and some still are. Don't think it's only J6 people who are in prison. Why do we like, and I'm going to say patriots, right? Patriots who have endured the stuff. Why do we want to see that again when we know the damage that it caused? Losing friends, people dying. Why do we want to see that again? Why would we? I mean, isn't that a valid question? So if we don't want to see that, why would we even, if we didn't create stuff before, why would we create stuff now? And then when you go to say that, you got smart Alex, you have rookies, you have green hats, you got new jacks trying to tell people, well, they're not patriots no more. Right? They're not patriots no more. They're not with the patriot movement. But you can't even define what a patriot is. And what makes a patriot? And like I said, I get messages from people because of concerns and because of they see things that people are saying even about them and other people who've been involved in the movement for 10 years. And then here comes people for 8 months, 9 months. And they know all about it and they have all the respect. That's weird. But in no other setting, if you stepped to the streets and did the same thing, you'd be chin checked in the streets. You wouldn't be doing that with Bloods and Crips. You wouldn't be doing that in no other element as a BG, a newbie, a new jack stepping in and then talking lip about other people who've done paved the way, put in time, put in work, being doxxed, cars being stripped, which you know nothing about. So it's just interesting. So since people are promoting this whole it's going to be 2020 again, right? And they think for some reason it's going to be 2020, which okay, I want to be fair and like I always am, it could be. But let me just remind you why 2020 happened. There was only one reason why 2020 happened the way it happened. Only one reason. It had nothing to do with Trump. It had absolutely, and everybody thinks it had to do with Trump. It had absolutely zero to do with Trump. 2020. Nothing to do with Trump. Had nothing to do with ICE. Does anybody know what 2020 had to do with? I'm not talking about the COVID. I'm talking about how everybody's wanting this big and thinking that Antifa and destruction and we're going to fight. Does anybody remember what 2020 was about? Exactly. George. Had nothing to do with ICE. Had nothing to do with Trump. BLM. That's what it had to do with. It all had to do with George Floyd. It had to do with police, George Floyd being black, BLM. That's the only thing it had to do with. So could that happen again? Well, yes. And the only other time it's been off the hook in Portland, Oregon, right, is when Patriots had their own rallies and events and had to do defense. Or if you want to say when there was a mutual combat sort of situation occurred where both kind of was like, yep, this is going to happen. Other than that, there's nothing else. Like, and again, just being honest, that's what it had to do with. So I just kind of want to maybe again walk down a little bit of memory lane so we can really remember, because there was only a few of us, since us rookies and we don't know anything, there was only a few of us who was doing this at this time. And so let's take a look at what those nobodies, those people who aren't patriots, who didn't put in the work, the situation for them. And I know Mr. Bill knows some stuff, but let's see. I mean, we want 2020 again.
Let's get on the track.
Who's that? That was me.
Burning. Yeah, this spot is fine. We don't gotta move from here at all. They said there was a gas leak.
That might be a gas leak. That actually might be a gas leak.
Juan is ready. Huh?
Yeah, it's up the windows in.
That corner is going to be our meeting spot.
Yeah.
You said what?
So, in case you were wondering, this here was actually the first night. First night for George Floyd. First night. This is how fast they get it. It took 2 to 3 years for these buildings to be recovered. Look at the crowd run. You want to see that again?
All right, we got flashbangs. Hey, come on.
Lisa, thank you for the super chat. It's American Street. This was American Street in 2020. More than just right here. It was across our city. Thank you for that super chat. God bless you.
Hey, get ready to go down. Put your goggles on. All right, there's tear gas, flashbangs. Hands up! Hands up!
Take it right. Take it right.
Tear gas. I don't know how great it Come, keep coming. Let's go to the next. When they do this, you always got to go to the next block corner and then film them come up. Otherwise, you can get kettled.
So
It's all right. Don't come forward.
let me clarify something. This was my first night out streaming. Right. This was my first night out streaming. And you heard someone just talking. Someone who has been doing it longer than me. You think I would have told them that they don't know what they're doing? They don't know what they're talking about? Bigger platform than I had. And I'm going into a unfamiliar territory. I was already doing Patriot stuff. Again, like our own rallies and events. This was 2020. I've been involved in the movement since 2014. Okay, 2013. This was me first time live streaming. I think I might listen to someone who was doing it longer than me and more experienced in this sort of element than I was. Just saying. But that comes with maturity and wisdom to know these type of things. But this is what was going on because you just heard the person coach me and tell me some stuff. I would have been foolish to kind of like, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You're washed up and all this type of jazz. But I listened.
All right, for those of you who don't know what just happened, we got some tear gas. We got flashbangs. My eyeballs are burning.
Oh my God. We need medical help. We need a medic over here. Let's go. Come down here, guys. Medic.
Behind as well. They're coming up from behind.
Let's go to that corner.
Exactly. They destroyed the city, not a building. They destroyed the city. Big difference. Huge difference. Something to rise up against, right? They destroyed a city, not a one block facility standing in front of a driveway.
It looks like it might be a kettle situation again. Portland police has now finally arrived. Let's go across. There. So somebody threw something over there at the police cars that was coming by. Looked like it was big, whatever it was. Made a big splash.
People doing here in Portland.
You know what? Hold on. You know what, Spitfire Pam? I, with all due respect, I forgot about Leo. I seriously did. That's three. Yeah. Mm. miles from the city. Let me give another perspective. Let me give you that. Do you guys see the numbers they're running? Nightly for 3 months plus nightly, and daily. Nightly and daily, there was way over 1,000 people. Okay, I'm not talking about 50. I'm not talking about 20. I'm not talking about 100. Standing in front of a building, just standing and playing music. I'm talking about nightly, 1,000 plus people. Doing this nightly and daily throughout the city of Portland. Many of us were there, risking our lives. If you think that whatever is happening at the ICE facility, oh, and that's so dangerous and these people, go around 1,000 people where they have probably 8 blocks with a perimeter checking to see who comes into the perimeter. And I'm not joking by the 8 blocks. If you're thinking that ICE is bad and it's, whoa, this is dangerous. 1,000 people plus nightly. And you have maybe 4, 5 patriots show up, conservatives show up to document, to try to report and show the world what's going on. Yeah. And you wonder why I say ICE is nothing. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just laying out a fact. That's what the stuff was. That's what was happening. That's what was happening.
That's their instructions. I have left the park.
Yeah, they cleared the parks out. That's fast. There goes another one right there. Use that one right there. Keep up the We've got some more tear gas, some more flashbangs. From the cars. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Yep.
You see, those are 2 different streets. This is. This ain't happening.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'll take tear gas over pepper spray though any day.
Yeah. They're starting to break windows over there.
All right, let's go over there. Well, mine too.
Oh, it's got rubber though, huh?
Cross.
That right there, yeah, that right here, that's the Apple store. But you'll see the downtown Apple store.
Let him come through. Let him come through.
Let's bring in another perspective real quick. Let's try to go downtown when this is going on with cameras. And you've seen some, right? There were some you've seen, but just try doing it in this element. Not happening whatsoever. And everything you're saying is almost code and just directions, nothing else. I haven't seen that. Real quick, I didn't see this happening on May Day. I haven't seen it happen over the last 7 months. I seen it happen at the ice building a little bit on the wood. And when I think, was it No Kings when they kicked the camera and did some stuff then? One spot versus
All right, let's go back down there.
Uh-oh, they got in. They got in the fighting square defense. Are they standing in the middle? It's like this. Standing in the middle? Take it in to this side.
Tam Tam, it was hard to be there too. It was very hard to be there. Like extremely uncomfortable. Like, yeah. No, but we haven't seen this. I don't even think we saw it in 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. We haven't seen this in Portland since this night. We had other issues, Patriots and Black Bloc, meetups, if you want to say, or them coming to our events, but not this.
So it's pretty funny. That Antifa guy just threw the can at the window there, and it deflected off and went right by my head. He apologized though, so that's cool. I hope it picked it up. Oh, they're going inside the mall here, it looks like. Go up against the wall. I'm going to point out that there's no police here currently of any kind. You got people clapping and cheering for him coming out of there with all the stuff they grabbed.
Hands up, don't shoot. Okay, so regarding this real quick, you guys, I want to be honest with you guys. Regarding this statement, and it's something that's been said. Okay, I know it's something that's been said. I've had a problem with this for a long time, and I've talked about it before. They weren't even from the neighborhood. They were paid to do this. That's why we need to stop this Antifa in America stuff, right? We do. But here's the thing. I'm not a strong person to believe that they're paid. Now, with that said, pump the brakes before y'all explode. I'm not saying that organizers or whatever don't get paid to help organize, get material, and things like that. Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not funded or get money, donations, or however you want to say it, to help get flyers, to help promote, and things like that. But with that said, I do not believe that everybody that shows up to these things are paid. I do not believe that whatsoever. And I think partly the reason why so many of us say it is because of the fact that maybe it helps excuse why we don't ever show up in numbers. So it gives us a reason to say, well, they're getting paid. That's why they go out. Where with the patriots and conservatives, what we say is that we can't go out because we have better things to do. But yet all the better things that we do, we complain that they're doing it. I don't know. I'd like to see what comes of the SPLC charges. I do too. They did a lot of damage to Portland Patriots. They absolutely did. Yes, they did 100%. And they've done it to street preachers and yes, as well. So, I mean, like I said, I do believe people are given money to get things to promote, to help lead different organizations. But I don't think people are necessarily paid to protest. I just think that how can I explain this? It's called promotion, and it's something that the right doesn't know how to do. And if they do know how to do it, again, people have so many excuses for why they will not do it. I have a job. I got to get home to the missus. I got to get home to the family. I don't have time to do it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to risk my job. We have excuses. And even people on the right who have money, how many influencers and how many influencers? You got Brandon Tatum. At the time, you had the Hodge twins. You have David J. Harris. At the time, you had Candace Owens. At the time, you're talking about Tucker Carlson. You have 5 people with $5 million. You can't do a protest. You can't do it nationwide and help. You have people in the Republican Party, the conservative movement, who have money. Why aren't they organizing it? Why aren't they calling for big and why aren't they calling for something big? And at every state, getting people, here's the money to promote, here's the money to do this event. You had Candace Owens doing Blexit. You know how big it was in Portland? Because I was the assistant director, like 10 people. 10 people involved in Blexit, Oregon. I think I still think it's around, probably nothing. So the stuff can happen, but nobody does it. Right. See, and all I'm saying right by agreeing with you, Sharon, I'm not going out to put my life in danger. That's another thing people would say. So you wonder why patriots don't show up. And I'm not dissing you, Sharon. I'm just stating the fact. That's what you're stating something. That's what people would say. So instead of patriots ever going out, one of several things that patriots say, I'm not going out. So instead of us going out, becoming active, because this is the stuff here that made the change, and the left knows that. This is the stuff like what Axel said, it ruined our city. So the left knows how to make changes. We think that voting makes changes, which it really doesn't. Voting don't make changes. And we've been told a lie for a long time that we believe that voting makes changes. It don't necessarily, because once you get in office or once you get a position, if you think that you can just go for your only party, like, you can't. You have to go civilly. You have to go civilly, which is why Antifa doesn't like the left and they don't like the right, because even though the left leans a little bit more into their favor, because the left goes civilly. What's your civil right to have abortion? It's your civil right to be transgender. It's your civil right to be gay. Where we on our movement, we're like, no, that's all gross. You can't do that. Well, they're going with civil rights. We're not going with civil rights. We're going with what we think is righteous versus unrighteous. So it looks like the left wins because they're going more for civil stuff, civil rights. Thanks, Martin Luther King. And the right is trying to do this righteous, no, that can't happen. This is gross, you know, da-da-da-da. So it creates a lot that people aren't going to go out. And then patriots are not going to go to city council meetings. They're just not. And this is exactly right. Portland moves all of Oregon. It moves all of Oregon. It controls all of Oregon. And again, Sharon, I wasn't trying to put you on blast. I was just stating the fact. And I don't even believe elderly people should be out there anyway. I have my own views on all this type of stuff. So I don't believe that elderly people, men or women, really need to be out in this sort of environment. And I wasn't even really talking about this type of environment. I'm just talking about doing stuff in general. You know, why couldn't Blexit? Why couldn't Candace Owens? Why couldn't Alex Jones? Alex Jones actually did help design the Stop the Steal in Washington, D.C. with 1 million people. But why isn't that done in every city? And I actually said that at the time. I think when I was there in November or October of 2020, I said that. Why can't this be done in every city? This should be like a world tour type of thing. Every city, 1 million people. They could have did it. Why not? If you can do it in DC, why can't you do it anywhere else? But it was never done. Yeah, so it's just, and that's what I'm saying. This new jacks and people that have no clue, no understanding, have a lot of lip to say. Disappointing people. Not going to see it again. Well, I don't think. Like I said, there's a reason why this started. It had nothing to do with it. I remember this. Oh my goodness. It's kind of crazy. This is crazy. Up angry.
Stop fooling me.
Get in front of it. Get in front of it. Yeah.
Now this is
Hey, Black Lives Matter!
Ice Pizza. This was
Black Lives
2020.
Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Somebody wake up!
So Ice Pizza, what I'm showing is 2020 because a lot of people, well, not a lot, a few people are wanting, hyping, and believing that this summer is going to be like 2020. And I'm trying to remind people what made 2020, what made it, what actually made this. A few people got it at the beginning of the stream of why this happened. Why even 2020 happened the way it did. A few people said it at the beginning. And that's what I'm trying to remind people or let people know why I believe it's not going to happen again. Could it happen again? Yes. But it's based on situations. And it was, yes, Eva, it was all because of George Floyd. It wasn't nothing else. It had nothing to do with anything else. It had all to do with George Floyd. Had nothing to do with ICE. Had nothing to do with Patriots. It all had to do with George Floyd, BLM, and police. Could that situation happen again? Yes, because of live streaming, because people have phones and they record. Could it happen again? Yeah. But with that said, it's happened since then, right? There's been police officers that have shot Black people, right? But there was something specific about the George Floyd thing that I think it resonated a little bit harder, kind of on the level of Charlie Kirk, honestly. That's how it registered. Now, we didn't do nothing about Charlie Kirk. Disappointing, but we didn't. We had visuals. Oh man. But they did something about the George Floyd thing. And what they did, it caused change. And it caused disruption. They did something. We didn't do nothing about something that was just as graphic, just as detrimental, just as heart-wrenching, just as sad. We didn't do one thing. Not one thing. And we didn't make no change from something like what we saw, which was live streamed. We didn't do one thing. Yet they did something from what they saw off a live stream. We didn't do one thing. Opportunity missed again. They're equal events. So I'm saying that they're equal events based off the traumatic effect that it had on people. And it was, no matter how you view George Floyd, okay, right? No matter how you view George Floyd, no matter how you view Charlie Kirk, watching the man die right there on the street in custody, it does. Okay. Watching what happened to Charlie Kirk, it's still watching what, even Rodney King, same sort of thing. Yes, exactly. Same sort of thing. Watching these type of things, it's just that they know how to make change. We don't know how to make change. We don't make change. We don't even want to do civil disobedience. I remember how many times we would try to attempt to even just walk in the middle of the street, and police would show up, and we'd be like, yes, sir. Yes, officer, we'll get on the sidewalk. We won't even do civil disobedience. We don't even show up. So if you don't have numbers, how are you going to make any change? You're not. And I understand it. And obviously you've been following me for years, so you know I've been chanting the same thing. And so instead of us making change, what we do is we fight Antifa, or we fight fake Antifa. And we think we're making change. We think we're defending and doing something in our city. Not doing nothing. Not doing nothing whatsoever. Except sometimes making the police work harder. Not doing nothing in the city. Fighting Antifa does absolutely Nathan. It's not defending nothing. It seriously doesn't. Yes, 100%. This is what was going on. It's not happening now. This was what was going on when people actually needed help. That's what was going on. Okay, but at the same time, the fight is always trying to make change. Voting doesn't make change. It doesn't make change. Are we going to wait every 2 years, every 4 years to vote for somebody, and then we expect them to make the change? It doesn't make change. I remember we went to Salem, just you, me, and a handful. Yeah, because nobody comes out. The only time, look, guys, this is going to hurt. The only time patriots show up, I'm going to be honest, because I've seen it. I've experienced it. I watched it for 6 years. The only time patriots show up, and here's the sad part, and then it's a sad part, but then also a denial, right? The only time patriots show up is if Donald Trump's in town. But then if you say, oh, he's your God. Oh, no, he's not my God. Well, then why don't you show up when it matters? Why don't you show up when Donald Trump is not in town? Why are people traveling across the globe, across the nation to see Donald Trump? Yes, it happened. I did it too. Why do people travel across the nation to see Donald Trump at a rally? But in your own yard, you won't get 30,000 showing up, no matter how much you promote it. But if it's Donald Trump, you show up. You'll line up for hours to see Donald Trump. But in your own city, when there's any event that's promoted, you get 50 people, maybe 100 if you're lucky. You won't get 20,000 out there 2 hours before. What can we do to help? We're excited. You won't get that. No matter how much is promoted on Facebook, X, Instagram, you won't get it. But if you hear Donald Trump's coming to town, you might travel a couple states away, get a hotel for the night, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get in line for the doors that open at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you're going to tell me that he's not a God. Just saying. The point is, they made change. You could Spitfire. You can fangirl over Bavino all you want. Go ahead, fangirl over.
Yes.
Thank you, Pink Prick. Thank you. See how this is me trying to do my best to be black blocking. Wasn't working. It did actually work that night. It's because there was so many people. What changed specifically? Are you asking what change they made specifically? Is that what you're asking? If that's what you're asking, we could look at everything that did change in our city. Police left. That's a change. We made police retire. That's a change. What else did we do? Well, the federal building had to basically be completely redecked out. Not saying that, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that they did anything good, but did they do it good for their cause and purpose? Yes, for what they believed in. It created change for what they believe in. I'm not saying it was anything good. I'm just saying it was good for their cause, for what they believed in. It was good. Not necessarily for us, but we haven't done nothing to make a change that benefits us. Like I said, we won't. If we even say that, or supposedly say that Martin Luther King was a conservative or he did the right thing, we don't even do that. He actually marched the streets. He did civil disobedience. We don't. What do I suggest? I've said it for years. Civil disobedience. It's pretty simple. Isn't that how isn't that how the whole civil rights thing was? If our civil rights were being with the mask, right? Remember the whole mask deal? Why didn't we go and why wasn't there 1,000 patriots showing up to every store, going in the stores and doing a sit down in the store? It's not that hard. It's hard because we don't do it. That's what makes it hard. Martin Luther King, what did they do? Rosa Parks by herself. What'd she do? I lost my job as well. I lost my job working for the city of Portland because I didn't comply. So, best job I ever had. Probably will never get another job like that again. But I'm just saying that we don't do nothing. We even if it's not civil disobedience, we don't even show up to our own stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't show up to our own things. We'll go see Donald Trump. I guarantee it, because I remember when people was talking about Donald Trump might go to Pendleton, people was geeked out about it. If he comes, I'm going to be there at 6 a.m. For what? So you can see Donald Trump say the same exact speech that you heard on the last speech that he gave on YouTube, or the last rally. But that's how we are. And then you won't do nothing in our own state. Won't do nothing. And that's being nice, but it's still the truth. And it might sound rude, but it's still the truth. I've witnessed it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not just like, it's not just me. It comes from experience. There's plenty of people on here talking about it. We've watched it. We've watched the movement, and you probably get at most 100 people. The biggest event ever, the biggest event that Patriots ever did, was the caravan from Clackamas Town Center into downtown in 2020. That was the biggest thing ever. But that was in vehicles. Nothing like that since, or even before, where there's that many people. This was crazy. This is how they were. Yeah, the ellipse speech. I was there. I didn't get in. People were out there at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. in the morning. caught the tree on fire there.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives
So, no, it's not what I said to do. And that's not what I said to do. I first said, how about we start showing up when we have events? That's the first thing I said. Why go to this if you can't even show up to events? At least get band together first. Then maybe after that, I think what I actually said was civil disobedience. I said we don't even march in the street when something like what happened to Charlie Kirk happened. What the events I'm speaking of have to do with like whenever there is a patriot event or a city council meeting or something that we're really opposed to. The only time what we do is we go on the internet, we go on Facebook, we go on X, we go on Instagram, and we complain. We don't ever take it to the street. We never take it to the source. We just do social media. And if we do take it to the source, like it's been done before, there's a rally outside the Capitol building. There's 50 people on a weekend. And we're thinking it's going to make a difference. They're going to hear our voice. No, they're not going to hear our voice. They're not there. They're probably laughing. It's not doing nothing. It's on a weekend. Or if it's during the week, well, I got to work. I'm not going to show up because it's really not affecting me that much. So there's still nothing made. There's still no progress made because we just don't do nothing. With all due respect, BC, the far left have infiltrated every major labor union, and you think showing up to protest will do something. No, I'm not saying showing up to protest. I'm not saying showing up to their stuff. I don't even think we should show up to their stuff. I've never said to show up to any Antifa stuff. I've never said that. I don't know why we're doing it now. I don't know why we're doing it now. I don't know why people are going to, I said it and I was kind of like shamed for it. Why were people going to ICE? Especially if you're not reporting. I said it for a long time. I don't think going to Antifa protests is, unless you're really trying to cover news and you do stuff in that realm or that field. I don't think going to their protests, it's stupid. I'm saying our stuff. Why don't we protest stuff? We don't protest anything that we're against, that we're opposed to. We do not protest nothing that we are opposed to. We wait to vote. That's what we do. We wait to vote. There's nothing going where? Got people talking about what was going on. Going where? And thank you. What did Angry just say? What they do actually does work. Yes. What they do actually works. What we do does not work. What we do actually does not work. We've been doing, again, some of us have been doing this stuff for 10 years. It does not work. It doesn't work. I Tommy, no, I know, no, Tommy didn't start a trend. I don't think. I mean, I'm not saying that he does. He does poke back, right? Obviously, but he didn't. He didn't start that. I mean, you saw hell shaking street preachers do that. Jay knows because Jay, for some reason, wasn't liking and hearing the things that we say, but all the other, all the new stuff is like comedy and great. But many people weren't liking what we were saying and thought it was like off color. But yes, um, yeah, this is what I've been saying for a long time. This, in a nutshell, this is what I'm saying, and however that looks like, it looks like it, whatever it looks like. But this is what needs to happen, and the right doesn't protest whatsoever. We vote, and we wait, and we wait till it's voting time. We're going to make a change. We're going to make a difference, and we wait, and we vote. Yes, exactly, Red Menace. And meanwhile, why we wait to vote and thinking we're going to trust the next person to get in office and they're going to make the difference. This is what's happening. Oh, you remember them? Yes, you weren't doing it for content, though. We sure were not doing it for content. We were doing it for a message to actually hope to bring change. We weren't doing it for content. We didn't have the cameras out. Other people had the cameras out. We didn't have the cameras out. We did not have the cameras out. We weren't doing it for clicks. We weren't doing it for, yeah. We were doing it to warn a wicked city, such as you see here. And people was not liking it, including many patriots were not liking what we were saying. And now it's cool, I guess, but it is what it is. I guess we grow. Content wasn't a thing back then. Exactly. We actually believed in what we were doing. And I'm not saying that new people or whatever don't believe in what they're doing. I'm just saying there has to be some sort of giving respect to people who have done this stuff. And there isn't. There's a lot of people who are not journalists who have been in the trenches are not being respected. I'm not saying myself. I'm saying other journalists that I know who have been in the trenches. Angry Oregonian knows probably one of the persons I'm talking about. They're not respected. But again, it's because of stuff we've seen, and we hear new people trying to make it sound like it's going to be that bad, or trying to create something like what you're seeing on the screen. And it's not going to happen. But my point is that regarding protests, something has to be different. And I don't think it's going to return to 2020 whatsoever. Yes, that's all it does. And we know all too well. We've seen it.
Yo, y'all seeing this? Look.
It's a tree on fire.
Oh, dumpster's on fire.
Hey, let's go.
All right, tear gas just got put there by the fire.
So he just said, hold on. Listen to this. They just deemed this back in 2020 a unlawful assembly. That's only a unlawful assembly. It's not even a riot yet at this point. It's only an unlawful assembly. We haven't even yet heard that at ICE, ever. Well, maybe I think back in June, I think unlawful assembly was declared back in June, but September, October, November, December, January, February, there was never once a unlawful assembly. I don't believe. I could be wrong. There actually might have been unlawful assembly. No, there wasn't, because of unlawful assembly, they're going to kettle. They haven't done no kettle at ICE. So there hasn't even been an unlawful assembly at ICE since at least September, since I was going. So, but why are we saying it's going to get so bad? It's dangerous. This here is unlawful assembly. Not even a riot at this point yet. Even though they broke into Pioneer Place, it still wasn't a riot yet. Yep.
Should have brought your respirator alcohol.
What?
Should have brought your respirator.
What's the difference?
Suck your belly!
What's left?
All right, we're gonna try to go around here and see what's going on the other side. All the cops are running this direction, so we'll see what's going on over here. And for those of you just tuning in, this is Portland, Oregon, where the protest has gotten a little out of hand.
Just a little out of hand. Just a little bit. Everything's gonna be all right. Oh, good night. Good night, Spitfire Pam. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Or who's leaving? Are you leaving, Angry? Angry must have left. Spitfire's still in. All right, good night. Good night, Angry.
All right, so the police are now moving up. And they're clearing the roads. Taking the picnic table that was on the road there. And
So who's leaving?
cleared that off. Now they're up by the fire.
Y'all gave Patriot hugs to each other and said goodnight. Do you have video where BLM interrupted dinners at the restaurant? What dinners? Oh,
We're gonna
what? Oh my goodness!
respect the distance here.
Hold on. What were the BLM when they interrupted the dinners? Why am I? Where was that at? I feel like I was there. Was I there? Where was that at? No, was that Minneapolis? I think it was Minneapolis. I wasn't there. Will was there. Will and Josh were there. I wasn't there. I think that was Minneapolis. Or was it Colorado? It was Colorado. Yeah, they did in Colorado. No, but when we were in Colorado, me and Villain, I almost got it. Someone had it out for me, and Villain was able to intercede right at the right moment. See all this confusion going on. It might have been DC. It might have been DC. It did go viral. Yeah, everybody, I remember it. It did go viral. You said back out. I thought you were leaving. Okay. Sharon remembers that. Yeah, I do remember it because it happened twice. One was in Colorado. Let me check.
Pardon me for a second while I plug my phone in, guys, just to make sure I don't die on you.
It was in DC, Rochester, and Pittsburgh. That's where it was at. Protesters.
Sorry about that. I accidentally locked my phone while I was trying to plug it in.
Yeah. August 20 and 20. September and 20. September and 20.
I don't even know if you guys can understand me with this thing on, but hopefully you can. Stop. This is what the police pulled off the street. The cops are telling them that it's an unlawful event, essentially, and that they need to get off the street.
Oh, gosh. It just came to my mind.
I can hear protesters still yelling, but
Mama Bear, does oh my goodness, what was Steve's network? PTNN? Is that stuff still up? Do you know? I could probably look too. Well, I forget what it's called. Was it what was it? PTNN? Is this platform still up, or did he take it down? If his platform is still up, then my videos more than likely are on there from Lombard. Freight Broker. It wasn't Freight Broker Live, Axel. He had it. I don't think it was. Was it Freight Broker Live? I think that's his new stuff. It was PTN. Does it? Because my stuff from Burnside and Lombard would be up because he restreamed me. And he's the only one that was really doing restreaming at the time. Yes, we did. It's probably gone at this point. PTN. I'm not even seeing PTN. plus. I'm not gonna look right now. Steve Oatley, yeah, yes, yep. I could try that, but I don't know if he's gonna have. He still has all the subscribers. Hold on. But does he have all the past stuff? Because he's gonna have he showed because of our agreement at the time. I have to go back and look. He would have all my footage or live streams from my channel that was deleted. So 2 years ago, oh, it might be on here. 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 2020. It actually might. I didn't look. Freight broker did 5 years ago. No, it'd be like 6 years ago at this point. I don't know if it was on this one. I think he has a different one though that it was on. It was PT in it. I'll have to look. I'll look.
We're on the
Thanks,
other side
Axel,
of the
for reminding me
police
of that.
here, so we'll wait till the cops move on and we'll find out where the protesters are.
Yes, Steve has it. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll look for those. Crooked Nose streamed me too. I don't know who Crooked Nose was. I think I remember the name, but I don't know who it was. Because that channel is gone. And I don't have any of
The
this.
dumpster's now flames.
Was it Wake Up America? Oh my gosh, he's had so many names.
This is an unlawful assembly.
Get it right.
I think they're saying move to the side. I think that's what they're saying.
You see stuff under what? Mama Bear, what? What? I know he had Citizen Springer. Yes, he had Citizen. Yeah.
Oh, we got a fire truck coming. Oh, look at that. Portland's doing better than Wisconsin right now. Wisconsin let that bank burn for, what, an hour more?
I'm not seeing it. Where is it at? BT. That's what I typed in. On YouTube. Where's it at? I'm not seeing it. Oh. Please subscribe. No, that's not it. Please subscribe. No, it's not the ice building. This is 2020. Far away from the ice building. Well, not far, but miles. It was all 2020 during this time, May through October.
All right.
May, June, July.
Police action. We got some firefighter action.
May, June, July. He was showing it.
I think we're gonna go find. We're gonna go find the protest rioters again. Find out where they're at.
I mean, it is the only game in town right now. Angry, honestly, it's the only thing. But this is, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yes.
I'm trying to find out where these guys are headed, and we'll go that direction.
No, this is not a peaceful protest. I say ICE is more peaceful. I do say that. I've said it. I said ICE is peaceful. Overall, ICE is peaceful.
Looks like they're just hanging out. All right.
Overall. Here's the difference with the thing at ICE.
It's a lot of cleanup.
One of the things at ICE compared to this here, the people at ICE who protest it, they do it, a lot of it for fun. It is a cat and mouse game with the agents at ICE. This here was 100% anger and rage. It wasn't like for fun to mess with the police. It was like, hey, we are going to make a difference. We're going to disturb. We're going to disrupt. We're going to destroy. Right? That's what this was. That's why when the police would show up, they'd move down the road to the next building, to the next area, and do that block. Police would show up, move, it'd keep moving. And each block was destroyed. When people say that downtown was destroyed, it was literally destroyed. So I know that Katie, I know that Nick said that Portland was a war zone in September and August. It was never a war zone in comparison to this. It was not a war zone. And I said that when I first went to ICE. I was like, this is not a war zone. Now, was it in June? Yes, but it wasn't a Portland was a war zone. This here was a Portland was a war zone. Because this was blocked and blocks and blocks of destruction in downtown Portland. So much that businesses had to leave. It would happen on Thanksgiving night. I mean, yeah, and that footage is gone too. So Portland was more of a war zone in 2020 than it's been at the ICE facility. The one building, 300 foot. You know, like just, and that's it. That's just part of being honest, right? That's part of being honest. This here is Portland. At this point right now, where we're standing at, we are 1, 2, 3, 5 blocks away from where it started. And each single block was destroyed. We're 5 blocks away, and then 1 block to the east. And this whole street was destroyed, and several other streets. Because if the police kept pushing, the streets would get destroyed. That's the difference.
All right, let's go see if we can find where the rest of the party's at here.
And to this day, Portland has not recovered. That's a change. They created a change, like it or not. Not saying it's a good change, but they created a change. To this day, because again, they're against capitalism as well, right? They're against capitalism.
Oh, we got another fire over here.
Created a change.
It's a big fire. Woo!
I don't know where I was at this point, but I think I might have. Is that with the marchers?
It's like this one is in front of the Justice Center.
Oh dang, that's like 4 more blocks. Portland is for lease. Who wants it? It's on the market for $1. Vera Katz. Goodness gracious. What about Bud Clark? You like Bud? You look like a Bud Clark. Angry. Whoop, whoop. You
Got some haze up there. I'm not really looking forward to walking through.
I wasn't by him at this point. Where was I at?
We're gonna go to the fire or go over there? Let's see the fire.
Maybe I was. Oh yeah, because it still heats up. I think we even see a fight. I didn't like it. I couldn't film it. There was a fight that happened, and I couldn't film it. I was right there, and I almost turned my camera to it, and I couldn't. It was a black on black fight. Hey, Black. Dude was sucker punched and kicked and stomped. Yeah, you're not seeing this at ICE. Black folks ain't coming out to ICE. They already had their fight. I don't know if we would say they created a change. I would feel like they gave Portland a bad reputation or a worse or widespread reputation, let's just say. Just let the world know that Portland is trash. Yeah, it didn't. It still created a change, though. Right, businesses are gone. The police, some people on the police left. That creates change, and it gets to the officials. It gets to city council, and then they have to adjust and make changes. Oh, that's the car fire. That's right. They caught the car on fire.
Oh, they're saying head north now.
That's right. They caught the car on fire. I was with them still. Yeah, BLM doesn't care about ICE. Yeah, BLM already had their fight. This was BLM's fight. Because black folks really aren't being deported.
So it's not in front of the Justice Center. This is a new one, apparently.
It is. It's missing a lot.
All right. Well, from what we're seeing right now,
and by the way, the person talking is the one who gave me my name, my alias name.
that's a car that's on
Give me
fire
my
right
name.
there, guys.
I don't even know if you guys. I don't even know if Angry knew that or Spitfire or Pam.
That's what we were seeing back there, was a car fire. They just put out the last tire, it looks like, but it's still smoking real good. Oh, burning rubber. Stinks. All right, let's go see if we can find
Yep.
that group.
Common sense, giving.
There's a car fire. They lit a car on fire right there. Shit.
Yep. They're protesting over there about that. Protesters on fire? Yeah, about that killing that happened in Minnesota or something. And then, so they broke all the windows out of the Justice Center. And
They broke into the mall.
they broke, yeah. they're looting and shit.
Yeah.
This ain't the way to go about it, but I mean, whatever. It don't have nothing to do with me.
I just want to point out that was a black guy that
I talked to.
just said it wasn't a good thing that they're doing. Wise words. Wise words.
I know where he lives too.
Oh, we got more flashbangs going on, so something must be happening.
Matter of fact, here, I'm going to take a picture of something.
Justice for Rodney.
I've been working on it, you guys. But I think that's what happened to Ben? Ben who? Ben who?
Keep hearing some explosions. Sounding like tear gas.
It was.
Smoke up there could be tear gas, or it could be
Oh, this is where the fight is.
remnants of that fire.
This is the Apple store, in case you don't know.
Right there's the real reason all this is going on.
What is this, though? Apple. This is Apple?
So here's the Apple store.
Yeah, I remember that. They tore that place out. And it became ground zero. Well, I'd say like ground zero. Man. And
It amazes me how past midnight there's all these cars in downtown Portland. Absolutely amazing.
Amazing. And I think a couple nights later, they did end up getting inside, if I'm not mistaken. This was the first night where it all started.
Still got helicopters overhead, lots of police. They got riot cops heading to our right now. But from what I was seeing, there's not anybody over there, so they could be circling or something. I don't know. This is the entrance to the mall.
What they tore up
They
earlier.
went in there and did a little looting. Police are in there right now, clearing it out.
Just a little looting. Don't worry about it. It's just some broken glass.
Bradley, they're coming.
Broken glass.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. You need to disperse from the area. Head north now. Head north now.
Okay. Yeah, kid in the way. In direct traffic. I sure do. I certainly do. Is that Geyer? I'm playing. It was a joke. It's not Geyer, you guys.
I lost you. I didn't know where you went.
You're broken that window over here to see that door.
Right.
Man. I don't even think this was the big night. I mean, it was the big night, the kickoff party. I think actually, no, wait. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about 2016 and then this. 2016 was just that dangerous. That
It's
for
like
me.
the fire's still burning in the dumpster here. What was in the street out.
So 2016 was just as bad, probably more scarier for me than this. Because I was in the middle, standing, preaching in the march of 2016. There's 10,000 that marching against Trump. That was intense. And they did $1 million of damage in the city. It was actually 2015. Night after Trump won. That was. At this particular one, no. This was my first time streaming the riots.
All right. Looks like we're catching up with the main group. Oh, they definitely have some more broken windows.
At the same time, though, I wasn't when it came to the riot, I was quiet. Protest, I was quiet. There was other at our event. I'll say this: at our events, like when there was like flag waves or things like that, that was more patriotic. That's when I would talk, and when they would show up to our stuff. But when I'd go to theirs, the report or document, nope. All the way down the
We got some more flashbangs and tear gas going on up here, so we will be there soon.
I can't push you north.
I keep telling everybody to move to the north. It seems to be
That building is gone. It's all gated up now.
the direction to go.
I don't even think it's there. Going to get me. Going to get me. Look at all that tear gas.
We'll go back because, well, that's tear gas, and I don't want to play with that anymore.
Yeah. A lot of tear gas. I don't know why they're coughing. Oh, man. Good old times. That stuff will tear you up.
All right. Hey. Hey.
See? Not yelling nobody's name. Not yelling nobody's name. They're crying. They're coughing. They black. They black. Nobody had gas masks. No. Hey, nobody had gas masks except Antifa. The only people that had gas masks was Antifa. You have to turn the corners. Who is that? Is that who I think it is, you guys? I think that is. I think that's turn the camera around. I think it, hold on.
What's wrong with you? I didn't kill anybody.
What do you do?
I don't like the destruction. I'm upstairs. It doesn't help. She spit on me for no reason other than that I'm angry that I had to wake up to fire in the streets, to people smashing windows, to being just a bunch of assholes. How is this going to help anything, man? Look at that. She spit on me all because I had the balls to tell her that I didn't want people lighting fires in the street. This doesn't help anything.
That's right.
It looks like someone. Wait, the camera.
What a bitch.
Gosh, I think
Watch out, though. We got tear gas rolling in. You're going to get it.
I'm not going to get
it
it.
looks like Tupac.
Stay safe.
Can't tell it.
Ooh. Yeah, tear gas sucks. Still better than pepper spray.
That's true. What street are we on? Okay, there's a map. What direction? That's facing north. Facing north.
Whew.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not filming anything exciting right now, guys. I'll get back into it in a second.
Zerf was
Just got to be able to see again. Whew, my nose is running. These masks are not fun. So I told you to turn. The wind's blowing that way.
Yeah, turn.
Oh, you turned too late.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You got it.
I was trying
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it all.
I did it.
Whew.
I was running from it.
Well, I started, but
Yeah. How'd that work out for you?
oh, it sucked. All right. Let's go. Find them again. I can see now. Whew. The mask is
Well,
good.
again, these police here have done a far better job than they did in Minnesota.
Better job than they did in Minnesota, and a
I told him he did turn too late.
better job than they did during the Trump riots.
Yes. They did nothing during the Trump riot. They did nothing. We were marching on the freeway during the Trump riot. We were on the freeway.
All right.
I-84 marching.
Trying to find out which way to go next, guys.
I thought they were going to march all the way out to like Gateway area. That's the one that was intense. That Black Bloc Bill? Looks like him. Black Bloc Bill. Black Bill. Don't walk away. You're going to try to hide. I thought that was you walking. You didn't. I thought it was you. Weren't you? Was that you walking? You don't have no room to say anything. Is that you in the corner over there?
No, we rioted when he was raped by sister. I because the sister wasn't raped for over and over and over. She She was.
again by the same people.
But she was.
This is
This
not
isn't
gonna
about
be
your
good.
sister.
I know. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is this is all because of one fucked up act. If that one fucked up act didn't happen, none of this shit would be going on.
One thing.
Right. And that one thing is happening. That's happened many times in the United States. You understand what I'm saying though? You agree that if that didn't happen, none of this would be happening? You agree with that?
Like, stop killing black people.
You agree that if George Floyd, listen, hey, you think if George Floyd didn't just get murdered by police, do you think
This wouldn't be happening.
right? So that's the problem. Don't be mad at what's happening. Be mad at what happened. Don't be mad at the effect. Be mad at the cause, bro. That's what it is. I'm sorry all this has to happen. It's shit, what else-
See, it has to
I
happen,
know that,
guys.
but who's more ignorant, bro? Like it's all because of one thing. Blame.
See, it's not because of ICE.
Don't blame anyone.
Because of
else.
Trump.
Blame him. If he didn't kill anybody, none of this shit would be happening.
You
Everyone
know,
would
our
be the
whole
same
world
thing.
is done as we know it, dude.
But it's been
Like,
blossoming though.
money
is
manure, bro. We're
gone.
about to-
Money
the
is
background
gone,
beautiful.
you guys. Fucking
The background is beautiful, though.
It's a good thing I invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah, like
Say
this guy
Background is
saying,
beautiful.
like,
Don't get
like,
caught up.
shut
Don't
it,
get caught up on the
man.
picture. though. The background's beautiful. We're going through this shit, bro. The society is going through this. We're about to open a whole new page.
I don't
Look
think
up.
people
I just
See,
found
you need change, you guys. I told you.
It's gonna be a whole new. People don't even know it's coming. The age is about to change.
Look up resilient cities.
That's all. I'm
The
saying.
city just passed an emergency order
Oh, I thought that was you, Mr. Bill. Sorry.
yesterday, the day before, resilient cities, and it's all about climate change and oh shit, reducing your carbon footprint and like being self-sustained. We're gonna be caught up in a fucking true life mockingbird. Mark my words right now.
Regional Denny did
True life
nothing wrong, too. You're right.
mockingbird world.
You right.
That's just what it is. It doesn't, all this shit sucks that it's happening, but it wouldn't have happened if that one thing didn't happen.
And I didn't even know this
It's
shit.
the most
That one thing
justified
didn't happen.
we did it.
My thing is that people
See?
are getting murdered by the police all the time. And
Funny
this
thing is-
one thing is people throwing the police on
Man, we've been
everything
riding-
that
we've been riding straight on March,
Kids
bro.
are getting fucking
What else we
raped
do?
in
We
DC.
don't do nothing.
automatically it's a police
Coronavirus is just covering up the fucking Jeffrey Epstein shit and the fucking devils in office. Yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Call me a domestic terrorist.
We've been voting people in the office.
Call me
all
when
that
the
shit.
aliens come
That's
to
great.
save us.
Like Will. At least your uncle. At least your uncle.
I'm serious. I believe in aliens, man.
What if this shit is the only way to change it, though? You know, violence begets violence, bro.
Well, I'd rather not have any violence. Better not to fight.
I would
But
not
also
roll
not,
it
not
out.
to lay down and just take it out either.
I would not roll it out.
I think this is when I went up the street to Nike. Nike was up the other way, over a block, bringing the kids out. Put them in the car. Put them in the car. Don't stroll them around. Come on, don't be too hood. Don't be ghetto superstar. No strolling the kids around. Did they catch it on fire? Oh yeah, they did catch it on fire again. That's right, they did. It's the end of the world as we know it.
All right, so and now it's looking like the crowd might be dispersed.
I'm still trying to remember your friend who was in cover.
Walk around a little bit and see if we can
Everything
find the crowd again.
up there.
Still people trying to break windows.
Not sure who you're referring to, Efo.
People, and this is what the fuck we gotta do? Get some answers?
Yep. Gotta do this to get
Starbucks
answers.
again. Windows completely busted out with a
See?
scooter in it. That's new
This is what we gotta do to get answers.
since I was here last anyway.
At least they knew. Angry said it too. In a way.
Oh, the news cameras are over here, so that's curious.
Ooh.
Just busted through that window.
Yep.
We got a fight going on up here.
This is the one I didn't record. This is it. It's on the ground. I can't do it. I got the button. This was a sketchy part. Yep, you're right. You're right, Axel. Common Sense Conservative, that's whose footage it is. This particular footage. I didn't see her, no. No, I didn't see her, no.
They're in the jewelry store right now.
Yep, I remember they went into the jewelry store. Man. Yeah. Not unless there's something like this, we're not seeing this again in Portland. We didn't even see it when Trump got into office the second time. We didn't see it. That's why I keep saying that it's not there, you guys. It's not there. Yeah, he may get going to a jewelry store stealing. Oh, look who that is. What? No way.
Guys giving away Louis Vuitton they grabbed out there earlier.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. No way. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm playing it slow. Sorry, I'm a little choked up. Okay. I'm going to play it slow. Look carefully to the right of the screen. Look, it's coming toward me. Oh my
Guys
gosh.
giving away Louis Vuitton they
Oh my.
Guys giving away Louis Vuitton. They grab.
That was Villain. Before we knew him, before any of us knew him. That was Villain. Wow. Because we didn't end up meeting him until July or August. Wow. Whoa. He looked right at. Oh my.
Guys giving away Louis Vuitton. They grabbed out of there earlier.
I will. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So this here's Pioneer Place Mall. So far they've broke into 3 entrances that I know of. And they're still, looks like they're still trying to get into the Apple Store.
Yes, they are in it. Looks like
Let's go. We got people going in over there. Looks like they're actually inside the Apple Store. Looks like they've made it inside the Apple Store now. Maybe not.
I wonder if it's on his channel.
Looks like that's open.
He walked right.
People are
by.
looting that store. Want to get up to the Apple Store though, and see, it's kind of interesting that, oh yeah, they're inside the Apple Store. She just has an iPad there. So it's weird how they've already broke into here and they've taken stuff out of Louis Vuitton. That was their big one on this side. But there's no cops. None. Not one.
It's just a couple of plastic pieces.
Oh, they ran over some mannequins.
This one appears to be handling a cat.
Get in the car, you crazy person.
The dumpster fire got bigger over there. Oh, here comes the police.
Yeah, what the fuck? Did you see that?
All right, the police have finally showed up.
He has footage of where I was not allowed to go one night. Dylan does.
By just in time, do you mean an hour late? All right. Some broken glass there. They definitely went into there. I don't know what store this is. H&M. This is H&M.
Oh, he might have the footage, but where was that though? 31. Yeah, man, he might actually have it.
Broke in there.
Protest. No. Wait, is this it?
Doors
Match up.
completely
Is this it?
busted up. They busted at those.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what the what? What? What the what? What the what? What the what? What the what? Oh my goodness. Look to your left.
Okay, I want a necklace.
Robert, me.
So following breaking news out of Sylmar, where
Oh my goodness. So that looks like, hold on. That looks like the one guy who's been at ICE. I was naked. He's dancing. I gotta do something. Goodness gracious, that is villain. And we're right there. Look at that. Right there. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I want a necklace.
Wow. Let's go back to I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Okay, what mark is this? This is 109. I guess it froze. Let's put the end. There it goes. That's not me messing it up. I gotta tell Robert. Gosh, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Strange times to is. Like the fire going back again. Crazy. So let's calm down.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's pretty much wrapping up. I think I'm going to call it a night. I've had enough tear gas for one day. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Hope you share it, tell your friends, and show them.
I will say that made my night. That was super, super, super crazy. I didn't see Farley. Where was Farley? Taking the picture? Is that who you're saying Farley is?
For one day. I want to thank you guys all.
That wasn't Farley. Right before you ended it. On my left? Right there with the camera? It's not Farley.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's pretty much wrapping up. I think I'm going to call.
Okay. Yes, it was hair bun. I know, but you know he wears a hair bun. That hacker to my right there, against the wall. That's right. All right, let's see. Is this hacker? I think this is hacker. No, that's not hacker. Hey, where is Farley? I mean, I know you guys are looking at. That almost like a Haley. Not Haley Adams, but like a Haley. No, this is Farley. No, that's not. No, really? No.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's pretty much wrapping up. I think I'm going to call it a night. I've had enough tear gas for one day. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Hope you share it, tell your friends, and show them what actually happened down here in Portland, Oregon. And try to explain what this has to do with a cop killing a black guy.
All right. Oh, yeah, that wasn't Farley. But that's crazy. That's super crazy. I cannot. Oh man, when did we meet? So that was February 29th, the night Floyd, and then they went over to up in town, up in the other streets, marched downtown, came across the Burnside Bridge. Here's a piece of villains footage.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
He was saying it too. See, you learn this stuff.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
Wow.
Some breaking news out of Wilmington to tell you about right now. Firefighters are working to.
Wow, that's heavy. So, any noodle. That's heavy stuff. Heavy stuff. Again, I don't think we're going to see it. I don't want it. I don't think others want it. I don't think we're going to see it. Let's stop trying to promote that to happen again. Let's maybe not try to make it happen. Not fun. The whole city's destroyed. The Occupy area was where it first started. If you go back to the very beginning of the night when I first started this, that's where the Occupy movement was at in 2011, 10, somewhere. Whenever Occupy was, that's where it was at. Right in front of the Justice Center and the federal building and police station. Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious. What's this? This is where we met him. Oh my goodness, this is where we met him. What date was this?
I can just stay safe. Yeah, it's going 5 nights.
This is a date we met him.
So it looks like I'm back up. Can you guys see me? I don't see anybody in the chat right now.
A lot of mixed emotions.
This is a date we met him.
This is my hometown and stuff. I like to see the division.
I don't know what date it was though.
You're back. Thank you. Yeah, my battery died, guys. Sorry, I saw it at 20%, but then I got running my mouth so much that I forgot to plug the battery up. But I'm back. How many? Did anybody see how many streamers or any viewers were in here before it shut down, and how many are now? I want to come and talk to you for a second, man. So what was your name?
Quincy Anatello.
Quincy Anatello?
I'm with Common Sense Conservative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what's all true with you guys. Are you and Joey Gibson part of the Proud Boys?
I'm not part of the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Do I know them?
Yeah. I've never even looked into that stuff so much, so I just wonder what.
I know some. I should say I know some.
Yeah. So I don't even know if that.
Okay, so I think at this time my chat was telling me that who it was. This is crazy. I gotta watch this. I gotta see if it's okay for me to air it. I'm not playing it yet. I'm not playing it right now. Oh goodness gracious, Youngster Q. Yep. Hey, I mean, 5 years, 6 years makes a big difference, you guys. Makes a big difference. And you got to remember, I haven't been able to go to the gym, so there's a big difference with that too. I'm actually going to start going to the gym come this Monday. Baby Q. Yep. I'm going to start going back to the gym. I got to start running. I'm okay. I mean, I can't push weight yet, but I need to get back on it. It's been a long time. When you sit around in a sling and recovery and PT, you just gain weight. Not good. Not good weight either. Not good weight. So this was definitely. I'm not ignoring super chats, Mr. Bill. Oh, summer of 69, not summer of love. Yeah, I don't know if there'll be a summer of 69 either. Thank you for the super chat. Super chat. he spoke to me for a while, didn't he? Goodness gracious, he did. Who else was there? Nate. This is where we became friends. Villain and I. I didn't really trust him yet, though. I had a GoPro on. Why was I wearing a GoPro? Camera. It must have been Roberts. It was Roberts, I think. Or did I have one? I don't know. Maybe I had one. Portland. That wasn't Portland Andy. Hold on. Was that Portland Andy? You're telling me that was Portland Andy? Hold on. What? I'm kind of skimming through this. No, that can't be Portland Andy. That is Portland Andy. What the? What the? Mr. Bill.
I'm like, my head's sweating.
Oh, yeah.
Like, covered.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, like, where you're talking about, like, the supernatural.
That is Portland Andy.
I've always been raised as a Christian. Like, for a long time, I studied, like, Zen Buddhism and stuff. And as far as, like, how to control yourself, self-control on a spiritual level, I really believe in that, but I also believe in my Christian upbringings. But where it is for me, and I also have a philosophy degree and stuff, so I try to be rational about it. To me, Jesus resonates me on a level as far as his views and his like, you know, love your brother as thyself and that kind of thing. And
That is Portland Andy, guys. Looking all trimmed up.
Miracles don't really mean much to me because I can't verify if they actually happen or not.
Yeah.
So but when I see the thing, how he interacted with people and the message that he had and bringing people together, that resonates with me. And so I like the value of his paradigm and trying to live by that.
And with that,
that's the most important thing, I think. It's not cheering, oh my God, he resurrected people or resurrected himself and stuff. And how
it doesn't, I mean, at the end of the experience, everything I'm going to experience. Am I going to be able to see somebody raised
half a decade? Yes.
None of us
pay homage to him. If you're
hot out there too.
Each other's like framework that helps you stay sane, you know. And so sometimes he's.
That is Portland Andy. You are right. Oh man, how did I come across that one? I think I was looking for the. How did I come across that? I don't even know how I came. How did I just find that one? It was because I was looking. Oh, the police. Oh, the police. Oh my goodness. His channel stayed up. How did his channel stay up? In my. Because it was in August. Crazy, guys. So crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. Let me get off of here. I think it was in, like I said, it's not even, I don't even know the date. I'm looking for the date. I think I lost the video. No, I missed the interview. Chop Chaz. Okay, that's when he was in Chop. Where was the video at? Because then I can. No. There it is. Is this 4 years ago? No, it wasn't 4 years ago. Somebody must have just posted it 4 years ago. That's what happened. Someone posted it 4 years ago. There's the whole thing. It don't say that live in Portland at the Justice Center protest, Oregonians for peace. Oregonians for peace. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, you guys. Good stuff tonight. Good stuff. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Maybe some DoorDashing or stuff here in the studio. We'll see. There is a debate tomorrow night. I think there's a couple debates. There's one that modern debate is doing about reparations. I think at 6 o'clock. So might do that one or the Ohio debate with oh my goodness, I can't think of the names. Well, I'll have some debates on tomorrow evening, guys. So love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, if you haven't liked, give a thumbs up, please. So appreciate y'all. I'll see you later. I appreciate you speaking on the division that's happening. You're welcome. You're welcome. So love y'all. Have a blessed night. God bless y'all. See you tomorrow. Good night. Then Peter said unto them, Repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ, for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Ghost.